Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Hassan Pratoy. I will be taking your test today. So please state your name.
My name is PM Tarun Oppo. You can call me Oppo.
Okay, Mr. Apu. Where are you from?
I am from Singh, Bhaluka to be more exact.
Okay. So are you working or are you studying?
Actually, I am a teacher, but I am also a student. Also, I am completing a course regarding law under the Bangladesh National University.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's talk about some interesting topics which starts with the evening time. Do you like morning or the evening?
Uh, Actually, I like most the morning period, because after getting up from bed, I feel refreshed, and that moment after the 6 or 7 hours sound sleep, I feel rejuvenate in the morning, and that feeling keeps me very fresh from dawn to dusk. All
Okay.
the day. Yes.
What do you usually do in the evening?
Actually, in the evening, I sometimes whenever I get time, I go for a play with my friends. In winter season, I like to play rackets, etc.
Okay. Are there any differences between the activities in the evening you do now and what you did in your past?
Obviously, yeah, when I was ju- young school boy, then I used to play cricket, football on that time. But at this time, most of the evenings I usually remain busy with working in my garden. And at now, as the, this is the winter season in our country, so I play racket and
Okay.
badminton.
Let's talk about boring things. What kind of things are boring to you?
Um, Actually, uh, there's nothing to mention here, but at this moment, I don't like to read a lot of books, and it's a matter of boring to me.
Okay. What do you do when you feel bored?
When I feel bored, then I try to remain busy. Such kind of works which makes me joyful, such as when I work in my garden. As you know, gardening is my favorite hobby. When I see the wonderful flowers in my garden,
What
makes
was
me
the most boring thing that you did when you were young?
um, when I was very young. On the time, what was the most boring thing to me? That was. mm, um, um, Reading a lot, and it was a very boring subject for me at the evening, and I was supposed to keep myself on the table, on the chair.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now let's move towards a different topic. Let's talk about advertisements. Do you like TV advertisements or watching advertisements on internet?
Uh, I like advertisement in TV. But when I see watch advertisement in internet, it makes a matter of annoying. But when I so watch it in the TV set, it is as usual.
Okay. What kind of advertisements do you dislike?
Um, hmm, Actually, I'm in a fence. Uh, I dislike such kind of advertisement which are not so good, and the which advertisement not uh, mm, uh, are not available, or are not well, and regarding to our culture, and that's not so good. And this type of advertisement I don't like so much.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. That was the part one. Now I'm going to give you a verbal prompt or a cue card. You can check it. You have got 1 minute to check out the clues.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's hear about a law that was introduced in your country and you thought it was useful.
Well, um, regarding this issue, I want to mention the voter information law. It was introduced approximately 4 months ago, and it introduced among us government of the time voter information law. It was introduced approximately 4 months ago, and it introduced among us government of the time uh, led by Bangladesh Awami League, and it was it has a painful background. The most of the pupils of all universities, they become aware of the quota systems, which was very painful for our job seekers. They wanted to um, they wanted to enter into the government job, but on that time there was a huge portion of quotas in getting a government job. But students now they want to reform that quota system. So they created some movements throughout the country, and after that, one time government felt a great pressure, and as well as at first time government didn't want to uh, um, or didn't want to implement their demands. But actually after all, when students become very aggressive, and at the last stage of their movement, government was obliged to make a reformation, which was quota reformation system, and they launched a law regarding this issue.
All right, thank you. So, what kind of rules are common in an institution?
For an institution, there are a lot of rules and regulation. Among those, there it should mm, there should a lot of rules and regulation which are related to discipline, and is very important to maintain from all employees of that institution. This is, time related rules and regulation, and the other work related rules and regulations are important for that
All right.
institution.
What do you recommend should happen if people break the rules?
Well, if some people break their rules. There are some certain institution can make a punishment according to their company's rules and regulation, and if the rules if the incident is such kinds of misdeeds, then the company can take the shelter from loss.
All right. Can you suggest why many students decide to study law in university?
Yes, knowing from laws is very important for all of us, because our in every segment of our societies, we have different types of situation, and the different on different times we fall into different types of situation, and on that situation it is necessary to know the laws, for and it is
All right.
important for all of us to.
What are the key personal qualities needed to be a successful lawyer?
Yes, to be a successful lawyer, it is there are a lot of ways. At first, you have to know the uh, uh, fundamental clauses of laws, and then you have to practice a lot through a bar association or different types of institution, and you have to practice the pragmatic
Do you
situations.
agree that working in a legal profession is quite stressful?
Yes, I agree, because in this profession, a lawyer have to face a lawyer has to face a lot of situation which are not always a positive situation. So a lawyer has to face difficult type of situation. So it's not easy for all.
All right, thank you so much. That ends your speaking test.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
To analyze things, you got the questions nicely. Though you missed, I think, two of the questions. I would like to mention one of them in the part three. You said about what is needed to become a lawyer, but there were some key personal qualities, that means honesty or stand up against the injustice or injustice. These are the key personal qualities actually. In the part one, you stressed the answer, stretched. That means the answer were longer than it was usual. Part one questions are relatively shorter, direct answers. Okay, you have to remind yourself that. Other than that, you talk nicely. The cue card could have been better if you elaborately described about the background of it, when and why it was introduced. You said when and you said why. But the elaboration could have been a little better, using a little more diverse vocabularies. Okay, so thank you so much.